Kannapolis, North Carolina's Alexander Hillel Treisman, a.k.a. Alexander S. Theiss, was arrested by the FBI and/or Joint Terrorism Task Force in May 2020, quietly, so they could investigate everybody he's ever talked to on Facebook. Yes, this is another example of Al-Qaeda. Here we go. What was he arrested for? Well, he left a white van abandoned by Fifth Third Bank in Kannapolis, North Carolina, that had visible through the windows the packaging for a Taurus 380, a box of tannerite, a Sig Sauer AR-15. They were visible. They towed the vehicle and searched it. When he came back looking for it and actually talked to people about being missing his van that also had other things in it that were found later, he was arrested. This prompted a search of his domicile and the van. What was found? Drawings of swastikas, planes crashing in buildings, books on survival, bomb making, improvised weapons, and Islam. That last one I can't get into, but hey, improvised weapons, that's what I'm all about, right? I'm out and proud about it, so that's why I don't get investigated, because it's legal. But bomb making, okay. It's found with tannerite, Islam. They also found an April 8th online post saying, going to Columbine for a while. I think it would be better put towards something more memorable. An April 28th phone video he made at O'Hare International Airport saying that it would be awesome to hijack a plane and fly it into a building. Another video of him being in Las Vegas talking about the shooting by Paddock must have been done by the Muslims or some other such stuff. Not much details are available about these. We'll eventually get them because they'll be part of the discovery process, of course. Did I mention he's being held so that they can track down all his contacts and see what the hell was going on in the background? Next, $500,000 inheritance money. So he had the money and the means, but he parked a van at a parking lot someplace. So you had $500,000 or something like that to work with, and you decided to do. Literally, he's done nothing I can find that isn't a 5-year prison sentence, at least. Here we go. He had an Intertech 9mm Luger, a Caltech Sub 2000, a .22 caliber rifle marked Archangel, a Russian Mosin Nagant, excuse me. Why did I pronounce it wrong? It's a Mosin Nagant. Oh, it's Russian. Sorry. Bolt action rifle, an AR lower receiver that was just a spare one, 2 other firearms that were hidden in a clothes hamper. They haven't identified the name and make and model yet. Pictures and posts related to violent plans he was making, and a text file about his planning out a Christmas Day or Black Friday mall food court mass shooting. Internet searches from March to May of 2020, including a search for Joe Biden's address. He bought an AR-15 in New Hampshire and then drove, fairly short duration, to a Wendy's 4 miles from Joe Biden's home. On April 15th, he made a social media post of an iFunny meme captioned, "Should I kill Joe Biden?" And then, during the investigation of all of the other computer equipment just in the van, he left an orgy of evidence there. 8,000 pornographic videos and images of children on 8 different pieces of equipment, averaging out 1,000 each, but he didn't do over 9,000. He's currently in Caribous County Jail. So, let's review this year. Now, this is in May. This is all done in May of 2020. We got told about it recently because, again, they went around on social media and looked at everybody who upvoted, everybody who had contact with him. And basically, if you are one of those people that knew him online or knew him in person and you're not in a jail cell, you've been cleared already. Or you gave up the information and snitched on him. A van full of He's not getting out of prison. Okay, let's just get that done first. Number one. Number two, yes, this amounts to an assassination plot by a North Carolina pedophile who had guns and very little brains. See also somebody named James Dale Reed threatening to kidnap and kill Democrats in general, but especially, again, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Others who were arrested for discussions and a plot to kidnap Ralph Northam and Gretchen Whitmer this year. And all of this was going on for a long period of time beforehand. These are not directly related to each other. Of course not. This is less than 20 people in the United States doing this. So I'm not throwing the entirety of one political party or ideology into the bus here. They are, but I'm not. And I'm not saying the media is. I'm saying these idiots are a perfect example of why this sort of meme gets to be popular, like me saying Ya Al-Qaeda. Constantly, persistently ignoring reality because you don't like it. Renaming the Benghazi SEAL Team 6 deaths as an assassination claim without evidence against name that Democrat. Yelling Pizzagate only about Democrats. Doing it again this year. People said, well, I don't know where you're getting these Pizzagate memes about Joe Biden's son, but that's what happened, isn't it? Just wait 2 days. It's the first claim that's going to come up normally. And no, there are no confirmations that laptop or hard drives had anything to do with Joe Biden's family in any way, shape, or form. And it's a claim by a person who has a massive ideological and political agenda, who runs a computer shop, who did and said things that proved to me that he is either playing dumb about how computers and data recovery and analyzing a computer works, or he is dumb. October surprises are done in such a way that they have an effect you want because they're propaganda, because you do not have evidence that would be admissible in court or even valid. The court of public opinion is being used to try to change everybody else's attitude on things. That's fine. The effect of spreading fake news stories in a chronic, not slow drip way for years and years, when you are the party that has the presidency and the majority of power in the United States in effect, means that you're sore winners on that side of the aisle, and you will keep pushing these memes because you're trying to maintain control over what people believe and think. Both. It isn't the mainstream media twisting and lying here. It just isn't. They are doing pushback, which I don't agree with. I don't like them trying to frame Rudy Giuliani ganked and fucked with by Borat on Borat movie as being a valid reason to assume he's some sort of dirty old man. I'm sure he is, but that's not really what happened either. Let's be realistic here. Yes, they made him look bad. So does Project Veritas, but they get caught falsifying evidence. Borat literally is doing just, you could say the same thing, but nobody's taking Borat seriously, right? Then we get the President of the United States refusing to condemn an actual murder plot against a Democratic politician, stating out loud that he is going to punish states that don't vote for him, doing every fucking thing you can do to say you shouldn't have power. But you can vote how you want to. This is my opinion. But this shit isn't an opinion. You have people doing every single meme in the book to prove that there is a particular ideology in this country that is irrationally and stupefyingly dumb, that plots to do things in this not even comic book level stupidity. You see, if he had parked the van in a completely different location, he might have been able to go through with this. Or he might not. He might have decided, I've got almost like $500,000 to work with, and this is a really shitty time in our country. I'm going to find the cheapest place on earth to buy a hunk of dirt, put a fucking cabin or a van on it or a trailer, and just sit this out. That's what I would do with $500,000. I'd pay off my debts to a relative. I would get my teeth repaired. I'd get a full body scan. That'll eat up $500,000 already, to get rid of anything that might be potentially cancerous later on. Get a set of nice, dentures put in with some fangs because, former goth. Might even get a hair transplant. No, I'm not going to do that. I'd probably get all the hair on my face removed because I'm tired of shaving my face and worrying about getting an infection. I don't like shaving my face. It's annoying to me. Hell, I might even get my eyes redone. Get a nice shine job. But I don't think I'd plot to kill anybody. If I had $500,000, I'd be like, wow, I literally have no reason to be complaining about anything. Why don't I just enjoy this in the most tactically intelligent way possible, making sure I have nothing to bitch about for the rest of my life, or at least a good portion of it. At 50, $500,000 might last me my entire lifespan. But no, this guy decides to indulge his fantasy and reality-denying universe by being one of less than 20 people in the United States so far that we've caught that went from shitposting to apparently not knowing which gun to pick, 22 caliber rifle, for doing an assassination attempt. Or at least talking about it. Opening his big dumb mouth. As soon as you break the bank, go online, track down each individual post, and manually change them to something else if you can, and then erase them. If you can't change them, then just erase them. Remove your entire self from the internet. Get your ass out of there. Get rid of every liability you have. If you've ever had a girlfriend or a wife, ex-wife, current wife, make sure you're in good standing with them or have no ability to be tracked down. That's my advice if you win the lottery, is lock your life down. One of these was someone deciding that being told stay 6 feet away from each other so you don't transfer a disease and wear a mask when possible is somehow a violation of their rights and tyranny. Therefore, let's murder a governor. This is not division of the population. This is not the right versus left being at complete odds with each other and nothing in the middle. The majority of us are a blend in the middle. We're being told we don't have anything to agree on. All of us agree that medical care is too expensive. All of us agree that right now housing can be very expensive in different areas. All of us agree that we should make our lives better somehow. We don't all know how to fix it. I have no fucking clue. Look at me. And you probably don't know how to fix it either. And it's not we need Jesus or you need atheism or let's read Snopes, that'll fix everything. None of those pat answers work for anything. Even me doing this video explaining my reaction to all of this, it's not going to solve anything. We can, as a population and as a species on this planet, solve all of these problems. We're being told by a very tiny minority of people to divide and conquer us. We agree to be divided against ourselves so we don't solve a problem. And these cocksuckers, less than 20 people, don't let them influence your opinion of anybody else. No. Anybody who parrots the same shit they were saying. Some guy is into Dungeons and Dragons and talks about it all the time and then actually goes off and tries to murder somebody. That doesn't mean Dungeons and Dragons did it. But these assholes repeating the bullshit we see on the internet that I fight literally every day, yeah, actually this is causing problems. This is worse now. And no, it's not the libtards doing it. Yes, Black Lives Matter and Antifa are rioting in the streets everywhere. Your memes are safe. Don't let go of them. My town that I love is going to be unlivable until they just stop doing it for 6 months straight. I want them to stop doing it. 2 seasons. They cannot have their bi-weekly let's burn down a building fest. That actually has to become truly illegal and stopped. It's not free speech and it's not protesting. Just tell them, no, you're not allowed to do it anymore. All of you have been recorded. You're barred from having freedom of speech in the city of Portland, Oregon. Get the fuck out. Most of them don't even live there. The ones that are actually causing the problems. And everybody needs to stop being an apologist for that shit too. And just in the same way, all of you need to be non-apologetic of assholes like this that post swastikas, buildings being crashed into by planes, talking about murdering politicians, and taking away your right to vote them out of office like you should. I don't want anybody killing any senators or governors. I want the right to knock the buckers out. I want to be able to vote them out. These people are taking away our right to beat them in the most cruel way possible by firing them. No, these shits don't represent either side, but they do represent a group of people. A tiny one that gets really loud, and a lot of you repost that shit and you know it. Don't let them win. Anyway, this fucker caused the downfall of others probably, but if he didn't, that means he was literally a lone wolf. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Stay vigilant, not paranoid.